Hey everybody, Daniel Gaines here. I'm gonna keep this one brief. This is more so direct to someone due to events that have transpired over the last day and a half. I'm gonna do again another video going into a little more detail on my Facebook. I'm gonna live stream it, so it'll be made public. Y'all can check it out there. Daniel Gaines, y'all know the name. I had someone reach out to me yesterday morning from the state of Washington. Some girl named Kristen. And she tells me she knows Juliette and she wants to speak with me because she's doing an investigation of her own and wanted information. I'm not as stupid as they want me to be. I instantly knew what it was. She's from Washington, friends with Juliette, fishing for information. So I entertained her little plot for a minute. And, well, one of her big points was the fact that I have things public. You shouldn't have things public. That's against the law, blah, blah, blah. It's a matter involving a minor. It can't be made public. Look, you dumbasses. The courts made it public. Not me. The courts did. Period. That means it's not confidential. It's a public matter. The courts live streamed it to the public per the Supreme Court. It's all public information, you dumbasses. Wake up. We still have the fact that I'm also a Missouri resident. Revised Missouri Statute 542.402.2 states one-party consent. It further states, in order to record court hearings or anything like that, you have to have the express consent of the judge. Not the other parties, just the judge. That's Missouri law. Washington law is two-party consent, whereas Missouri's one. Well, if Washington's laws really mattered to me and applied to me, why do I have a court order from the state of Washington that's a two-party consent state stating I only need one-party consent to record? Yes, I have a court order from a two-party consent state giving me one-party consent. Fact, look it up. Also, federal law, as it relates to audio recording, as it relates to the states, is one-party consent. Look it up. Look it up. It's, 18 U.S.C. 2511, subsection B, point D, paragraph D. That's the federal law for one-party consent. Now, in the federal law, it doesn't say a word about courts. It doesn't exclude them from the law or anything else. Which means, according to federal law, one-party consent is all that's needed to record a court hearing. That's the law. Look it up. Kristen, you want to keep telling me for Juliette to remove the stuff because it's illegal? Take me to court. Take me to court and make me remove it. I live in Jefferson County, Missouri. That's the courthouse you'll need to take it to. Jefferson County, Missouri. It's in Hillsboro, Missouri, if you want to know exactly where the courthouse is. I don't live in Hillsboro, but I live in Jefferson County. So go ahead and file the documents in the courts here in Missouri, and we'll go to court with this. Don't be surprised when y'all are paying my court costs. Y'all are paying me for my time acting as my own attorney and everything else, because it's going to happen that way if y'all even try. Kristen, I also told you, watch the fucking videos on Facebook. You will hear Judge Johnson, who is the longest sitting judge in Pierce County, talking about how he doesn't have the authority to stop me anyway. He knows the law, at least somewhat. I know the law far better. And I'll put money on that. At least in this area. I can't say I know all laws better than a judge, but when it comes to family law, yeah, that judge is a fucking idiot. And I'll put money on that. My live streams show that these motherfuckers don't know shit. I know more than they do. And that's proven in my live streams. But I digress. You have the highest sitting judge, the longest sitting judge in Pierce County saying he can't do nothing. I have a Pierce County judge and court order that allows me to record. And it doesn't say I can't record court hearings. They're stupid and didn't put that in there. Not my fault. I know how to read a court order and know how to follow them. So it's simple. It's like this. Kristen, Juliette, y'all have a problem with my videos being public? Take me to court. Do so. I beg you. I beg you. Please come at me. Please. Please. But don't worry, Juliette. You'll get your chance soon enough in court with me. And you can bring all that up then. And you can go ahead and flee like you always do. I've already got that covered. I've already got the court order that lets me get around that whenever you do flee, trying to keep us from being served. I've already got you covered. I've got 3 ways to serve you without you ever getting the fucking documents, and it's still going to hold up in court. Want to bet? Think I'm playing? Try me. Your daddy and your attorneys. They will be served if you bail, not you. And then if you don't respond, you lose on default. That's the way it's going to go. See, I've already covered all my bases for you, Juliette. I know how you are. I know what you're going to do. And your little friend Kristen sending her to my Facebook page, trying to get me to take all this shit and make it private, not going to happen. Nobody, and I mean nobody, ever will get me to make that private. Y'all can try throwing up my daughter in my face. Oh, do you want to cause your daughter mental health problems? Aren't you worried about your daughter? Do you want a relationship with your daughter? What relationship? Juliette's the reason I don't have one. Plus, if we really want to get into it, and I guess I'm going to be forced to do so, it's like this. I can, and when it's needed, will show the proof. I didn't put my daughter's name out there. I didn't put my daughter's face out there. My daughter did that. Faith alone is the one who did that. See, when all this shit first started going down in February, January, late January, early February, there was some stuff that was said online about Juliette's criminal arrest. And Faith was real quick to jump on those posts and start defending her mother. Other people figured out who she was. Not me. I didn't even see the posts for a few days after these people had already figured out who Faith was. Whenever I found these posts and seen my daughter commenting on them and seen everybody attacking and bashing my daughter for being Juliette's daughter and being initially accused of the crime as well, they started bashing my daughter. So that's whenever I got on Facebook and started coming to my daughter's defense. I didn't put her name out there. She did. And I have the screenshots to prove it. So y'all want to sit here and accuse me of shit, not knowing how much fucking, how thorough this shit's been done. I'm going to tell you now. I'm coming and hell's coming with me. This is far from over. This is going to be back in court real soon. You are going to be held accountable, including for the lies you told just in October during the hearing, which proof is already in the works. And then everybody's getting sued. Juliette, you are. Your daddy is. Your attorneys are. Faith's attorney is. The only person who's not getting sued that's ever been a part of this is Faith. Literally, she's the only one. Your ex-husband or your husband, Juliette, Skip, he's getting named. He's named in the lawsuit. His family's named in the lawsuit. Oh yeah, it's like that. And I'd love for any of you motherfuckers to try to come at me for it too. You'll see in court. Y'all know the proof I have. Y'all know the evidence I can present. Y'all know the facts I can prove. Y'all played a dangerous game and you lost. I've been telling you motherfuckers not to play with me. I've been telling you motherfuckers I'm not the one. I keep telling you fucking clowns I'm smarter than all you idiots to stop. All I ever wanted was to be a father. I have that right. It's my daughter. I have every right to be her father. That choice was taken from me through fraud and lies. So am I pissed? You're fucking right I'm pissed. But my anger's not at my daughter. Never has been. She's an innocent victim just as much as I am. And my anger's not even at Juliette anymore. Initially, it was. I can't lie. She took my fucking kid from me on some bullshit lies. But after years go on and time goes on, you let go of that anger because you realize how unhealthy it is for you. So I'm not mad at Juliette anymore. I actually just find it comical when she pulls this shit anymore because she knows how stupid she sounds. She knows how much shit I can prove. And yeah, she keeps going. She has to at this point, so I get it. But it's comical. It doesn't piss me off or anything anymore. Yeah, it did piss me off when I found out she got my daughter arrested. Who wouldn't be mad? But I'm not even mad at that anymore. My daughter's charges were dropped. So, what's there to be mad at Juliette for? Her being a liar? I already know that. Her being a manipulator? I already know that. Why get mad about things that you can't control? Nah, instead, I just deal with it in court. Now, what my anger is at is the system that allowed it. See, y'all may not understand, but I'm well aware of this fact, that there's all kinds of case law from the U.S. Supreme Court that tells us that being a parent to our child is actually a protected right under the Constitution. Oh yeah, it's like that. Watch the live streams on my Facebook page. You'll hear a bunch of case law I cite. And even the judge acknowledges it's all legit case law. Clearly, I know what I'm talking about, know what I'm doing. Well, go check it out. You'll see. Back to the main point. Kristen, stay the fuck off my page. I know your little tweaker ass is trying to get information for Juliette. There's nothing to be had. She'll get served the documents and soon enough. There's less than a month's delay from today, which is Saturday, November 7th, 2020. It is 9:25 a.m. Central Standard Time. In less than a month, she'll know exactly what I'm doing. She'll know exactly where things stand. And she'll have all the information in her hands. Well, if not her daddy and her attorneys will. Either way, Juliette, you're getting served. And if you think I won't have my process server show up at your daddy's work or show up at your fucking house, your mama's house, while your dad's at work and serve your mother these papers for you, you're fucking insane. I don't give a fuck. I'm done being nice to you about this. You're not running this time. You're going to go through the court process this time. And we'll see how it plays out. We both know what's happened, Juliette. We both do. Your best bet? Fix this before it's too late. And seeing as there's nothing you can do to fix this, well, let's just say I won't lose a fucking bit of sleep if you spend the next 10, 20 years of your life in prison. I won't lose a bit of sleep if anybody is upset with me over you going to prison because of this. I won't lose a bit of fucking sleep. My life doesn't change at all. What's my daughter gonna hate me? Thanks to you, she already does. What's that gonna change? Nothing. What, she not gonna be a part of my life? Thanks to you, that's already the case. What's gonna change? Nothing. See, y'all made a fatal mistake. You took from me the only thing that could have had any control over my actions right now. And that's Faith. She's the only one that could have stopped this. Now, can she stop it now? I'm sorry, baby girl. No, you can't. It's too late. See, y'all were warned. Told y'all to stop playing with me. Told y'all all I wanted to do was be a part of my daughter's life. Faith even sat there and testified under oath. Never once have I been rude, disrespectful, or anything with her. But y'all want to sit there and claim that she's in danger because of me. Judges even stated, my anger's not at her at all. It's at the system. And that's completely factual. I'm going after the system, not necessarily after you, Juliette. It just so happens I have to prove your criminal conduct in order to go after the system. So you're I can't say unfortunate because you are guilty of this shit. You're just going to be the collateral damage, unfortunately, because your fraud and your criminal conduct is what caused all this. So you are just as much a part of this as anybody else. You're actually more a part. All I wanted to do was be a father to my daughter. Should have let me. Should have buried your jealousy and gotten over the fact that she was a daddy's girl when she was little. Most girls are. You were too. Should have just dealt with it. Instead, you're the one that wanted to keep playing. You're the one that wanted to run from state to state so I couldn't get things back in court and everything else. And now you're the one trying to have your fucking friends get on my Facebook page and get information from me. And if you think that ain't going to court too, you're nuts. Dime hitting me up on Facebook. Melissa hitting me up on Facebook. Now Kristen hitting me up on Facebook. I also got a few surprises in store for you too when we do go to court. Let's just say you're not the only one who talks to people. Only the people I talk to, I didn't reach out to them like you did Kristen or Christian, whatever the hell her name is. I didn't reach out to these people. They reached out to me, offering me information. Like your Cody's little friend that he's had for most of his life. Yeah, she's aware of how bad he is on meth now. And she's aware of the fact that he's never done meth until he got with you, Juliette. She's willing to write a statement, signed under penalty of perjury, and even call into the courts to testify. See, you can think what you want. Everybody can. You're right. But what you think and what's real, those aren't always the same. And we all know with you, Juliette, you don't ever think the things that are real. You just make up whatever you can and see what's going to stick. Well, this is going to stick. This is going to stick. And it's going to sting. And most likely, I'm going to be smiling and laughing when they escort you out in handcuffs. Not because I want to see you in jail, but because finally you'll be held to account for all of your criminal conduct. And that's what I want to see. But it's not only you. I could actually care less about you in all of this. I mean, granted, you do need to be held accountable. Let's be real about that. Shouldn't be allowed to commit fraud against the courts, falsifying court documents, perjury, and all this other crime I'm not going to get into now because I'm not going to give you too much information before you get the documents. But you shouldn't have done it all. However, I'm out for change because, see, what you guys have done to me shouldn't be allowed to happen to anybody else. So, since that's the reality and that's real, it shouldn't have happened to me, let alone anybody else. I'm making sure it doesn't happen to the next guy now. See, I understand the damage has already been done and it may be too late for me. The amount of psychological damage and psychological abuse you have put our daughter through is appalling. And it may have actually done the trick that you were set out to do all those years ago. Either way, that doesn't matter to me. Would I love to have a relationship with my daughter? More than anything in the world. Am I stupid enough to think that, oh, she's just mysteriously going to change her mind? No, I'm not. Am I stupid enough to think that we're going to have a relationship as things sit now? No, I'm not. I am smart enough to know that if we were to ever have a relationship, it's only going to be after she learns the truth of all this. It's the only way it's ever going to happen. See, you played your hand too deep, Juliette. Now, in order for me to get our daughter to even think about maybe down in the future having a relationship with me, I have to expose you for the fraud you are. And then to go after the state, I have to expose the fraud that you committed against the courts in the state of Washington in order to go after them. It's a process, as you should be aware. So, y'all are going to get busted out on this. Y'all are going to get in some trouble on this. And I don't give a fuck. You shouldn't kill somebody on the inside. And I mean that literally. You can't kill somebody on the inside and then expect them to still have a heart and warmth towards you after you do. See, I'm dead on the inside. I have ice that runs through my veins. Not blood, not water. It's ice. Solid fucking ice. And that's thanks to you. And y'all gonna see just how cold them veins really are. Kristen, stay the fuck off my page. All you're gonna do is hurt Juliette in court. Stay the fuck off my page, you little fucking tweaking bitch. I don't know you. I don't like you. You have no fucking business being on my shit for Juliette. Juliette's got something to say to me. That bitch can come fucking contact me. She's got no reason to, and neither do you. Stay the fuck off my shit. Juliette, stop having your little bitch ass friends. Get on my shit. The rest of yous, I love you. Have a good day. And check out my Facebook live stream I'm gonna do. Because I think I might actually show some screenshots in the live stream of some of the shit this bitch was sending me. This Kristen lady. Again, I don't know her, but she starts off talking about how she's friends with Juliette. Known her since like 99, 2000 or some shit like that. And then she gonna come at me talking about the same shit that Juliette talks about. You need to take those videos down. It's gonna bother your daughter. And she shouldn't have put herself public. I wouldn't have put her information out there. I wouldn't have put her name or face out there. She wouldn't have done it. From the start, I was very cautious to make sure my daughter's information didn't go out there. I mean, I'm human. I've slipped. I ain't gonna deny it. But since it's dawned on me, why would you do things for people who despise you, for one? Why would you do something for people who won't do anything for you? That's just stupid. Treat others as you wish to be treated. Y'all know the saying. And then finally, the most important point, my daughter put herself public. I didn't. She did. What privacy do I owe her at that point? What privacy do I owe anyone at that point? None. She did it, not me. And again, I have proof. We'll easily prove it. And I have no problems doing so. So again, Juliette, Kristen, Faith, any of you fucking clown ass motherfucking bitch ass attorneys that are watching, y'all don't like my videos? Take me to court. Jefferson County, Missouri. Courthouse is in Hillsboro. Y'all have my address. Y'all know where I'm at. I'll be home all weekend. Be home next week too, outside of work. Somebody will be at the house though, because old lady's working from home right now due to COVID. Get the documents filed in the courts here. Have them served. I'll show up. I promise. And seeing as I'm a Missouri resident, you can't take this matter to court in any other state. It has to be done here in Missouri because that's where the recordings are taking place at. That's where the one doing the recordings lives at. That's where the recordings are being posted to social media at. So it all has to be done in Missouri. It's called subject matter jurisdiction. No other state has that. Only Missouri does. Bring y'all punk asses of this red state that actually follows the law and upholds the Constitution. Bring y'all asses of this state. Take me to court. Let's see what happens. Juliette, you can have your daddy with all his money come here and try to take me to court too. Watch what happens to him too. Even with his high-priced lawyers. I bet I make him my bitch. And one final point, Juliette. You may want to inform your dad that the American Medical Association, they don't take kindly when doctors intentionally commit perjury and fraud, nor do they take kindly when a mandated reporter is on record admitting he's failing to report child abuse, and they are getting every bit of that information. Once this goes through court and it gets proven that your dad intentionally lied and everything else, 100% of all the information I have related to him goes to the American Medical Association and the American Medical Board in San Antonio. Oh yes, it's like that. I'm not playing with you fucking people. I'm coming after everybody involved. Y'all were warned. So just a little heads up. Just warning you. Skip's mommy and daddy, they better be ready too. Skip himself, he better be ready. Cody's the only lucky one so far because he ain't made a false statement about me in court yet. He better keep that fucking shit stopped too, because he makes any false statements, his ass gets included. Think I'm playing? Try me. It's all in the works. Like I said, less than a month from today, November 7th, 2020, Saturday, November 7th, 2020. Less than a month from today, y'all be served. Watch what I'm telling you. It's a process. And it's almost done. So, y'all have a good day. Peace.